Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, Welcome to Unit 9, Day 10. So your assignment for today and tomorrow is basically to watch this instructional video for Lesson 10, fill in your notes, and then do the homework. That's your assignment for today and tomorrow. That's yours. So you're not going to do Lesson 11 tomorrow. We're going to do that when I see you in class next. So if you want to do this all today and get it done, that's fine. If you just want to watch the video today and then do the homework tomorrow and turn it in tomorrow, that's fine as well. But this is your assignment for the next 2 days. So let's start here. Um, Line segment AB is the diameter of the circle shown below. The radius of the circle is 12.5 and AC is 7. So we know that this is 7. If the radius is 12.5, that would mean that the entire diameter would be twice as big at 25 centimeters. Okay. Is angle C an inscribed angle or a central angle? Well, this should be pretty easy to answer. C is on the circle, so that means it's an inscribed angle. What's the measure of angle C? Well, if this is the diameter, arc AB is a semicircle, so an inscribed angle that opens up to a semicircle is going to be half of 180, so angle C is going to be a 90-degree angle. So explain how you determine your answer. It's an inscribed angle that intercepts a semicircle. And therefore, 1/2 of 180 is 90 degrees. All right. Find AB. Well, AB is right there. Hey, I found it. No, that means how long is it? Well, that's the diameter. That's going to be 25. Oh, and therefore, find BC. Oh, I found it. Here it is right here, BC. No, BC is the other leg of the right triangle. So anytime you have a right triangle, Pythagorean theorem is in play. Leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared, and that's how you're solving for BC. So x squared plus 49 equals 625. All right, 625. I'm going to go grab my calculator real quick. Hold up. Grabbing my calculator. It's on the other side of the room. 625 minus 49, 576. Is that a perfect square? Well, you should be punching it into your calculator to figure it out. You should be sitting there with your calculator, and I know some of you right now are not sitting there with your calculator. 576 square root, yes, is exactly 24. So that is exactly 24. Okay? So there you go. So a little kind of warm up based upon what we've been doing the last couple of days. You're going to see a lot of triangle stuff within this circle, and everything that we've talked about in previous units is 100% fair game. All right. So if I throw some trig stuff in here, like if I were to ask you right now to find the measure of angle A, that's a perfectly fair question. All right. Now, if you're sitting there going, I have no idea how to do that, well, you can do like cosine of A equals 7 over 25. And then you can do the cosine inverse function. All right. Everything from previous units is 100% fair game right now. Okay. Moving forward. What about angles inside of the circle that are not central angles or inscribed angles, such as angle AGB in the diagram below? How might we solve for x? Well, here's what we know. This point G is not the center. So x does not equal A. Okay? This is not a central angle, so it does not equal A. 2x does not equal A. All right? Because it's not an inscribed angle. So what we do know is that right here is a vertical angle. So we do know that this is also x degrees. But the question is, what's the relationship between these angle measurements and these arc measurements? All right. So interior angles formed by two chords or two secant lines is the average of the intercepted arcs. So I'm going to call this little a over here, and I'm going to call this little b over here. Now, you can look, I'm going to give you two different options here. You can say, is the average of the intercepted arc. So you can say x equals the average of arc A and arc B. Okay, that's one option like that. Or another option is if you understand that this is also x, some students like to do x plus x equals a plus b. And I'll show you some examples that use both methods so you can determine which one you like better. Okay? All right, so let me show you an example here. Here we have an angle of x formed by two chords. The x intercepts 150 on the right-hand side, and it intercepts 80 on the left-hand side. So one way to solve for x is to say x is equal to 150 plus 80 divided by 2. Now, another option is to say, okay, if this is x, this is also x due to vertical angles. And the other option is to say x plus x equals 150 plus 80. Now, the thing is, they're essentially the exact same thing. Because when you're solving this, you're going to bring out this 2 by multiplication. So you end up with 2x. Here, if you add x plus x, you end up with 2x. So no matter which way you do it, you're going to end up with 2x on the left-hand side and 230 on the right-hand side, because that's what you get when you add 150 and 80. So what do you get when you take 230 and you divide it by 2? Well, you get 115 degrees. So x is 115. Now, what about y? Y is a linear pair, okay? Everything's coming back. So y is equal to 180 minus 115. So 180 minus 115 is a 65-degree angle. And so that's how you would solve for x, and that's how you would solve for y. Now, we don't know what these arcs are, okay? So this is not a diameter, so don't say, oh, that's a 30-degree arc from E to C, Mr. Johnson. Well, no, it's not, because DE is not a diameter. Same thing here. This is not a diameter. So these are not just the supplements. So we don't know what these are. All right, let's see what we got going on here in question number 2. Well, I see some triangles. I see some G is the center, so angle Y is not a central angle. I see this inscribed angle of 41. So that tells me that out here is going to be an 82-degree arc. Okay, that's helpful. Let's see what else we can figure out. Let me get rid of this arrow here because I don't want to cause too much confusion. Get rid of that arrow. What else do we know? Well, this is a 78-degree inscribed angle, so 78 times 2 would mean that this arc from E to C is 156. All right. Now here, BC is going through the center. So I know that BC is a diameter. So I know that this entire arc from B to C has to be 180. So x equals 180 minus 156. So x is 180 minus 156, which is 24. All right. So I said, back here, these are not diameters on question number 1 because G is not the center of the circle. In this question, G is the center of the circle. That's why it's plotted there. So we know that this arc from B to C is a semicircle. So now, when you look at this chord and this chord with angle Y, it opens up to 82 here it opens up to 24-degree arc over there. So y, I don't know why this, go away, go away, go away, go away. Y is equal to 82 plus 24 divided by 2. Or y plus y equals 82 plus 24. In either case, you end up with 2y on the left. 82 plus 24 is 106 on the right. Divide that by 2, and you get 53. All right? So x is 24, and y is 53. Okay? If angle, if the measure of angle APD is 115, okay, and arc AD is 86, then what is the measure of arc BC? All right, so this time, instead of trying to figure out the angle inside of the circle like we did here and like we did here, we're trying to figure out the measure of the arc. So you set up the same equation. The measure of the angle, 115, equals the one intercepted arc plus the other intercepted arc divided by 2. Or you can label this as 115 and say, oh, 115 on one side plus 115 on the other side equals the intercepted arc on one side plus the intercepted arc on the other side. In either case, you're going to have 115 twice, which is going to give you 230 equals x plus 86. And so 230 minus 86, x equals 144 degrees. So the measure of arc BC is a 144 degree arc. Okay? All right, so you notice the pattern today. This is the only rule for today. So this is the only new rule that's being introduced in this lesson. Okay. Number 4 here. Measure of angle BPC is 121. Measure of arc AB is 94. And what's the measure of arc DC? Okay. Now, the 121 intercepts this arc and this arc. We don't have either one of those. So we need the linear pair with 121. So 180 minus 121 is 59 degrees. That's 59. This is 59. So now we have a question just like number 3, just like the one we just did. This is our x that we don't know. So you have a 59-degree angle on one side plus a 59-degree angle on the other side equals the intercepted arc of 94 plus the other intercepted arc of x. 59 plus 59 is 118 equals 94 plus x. 118 minus 94 is 24 degrees. So the measure of arc DC is a small 24-degree arc. All right. We got one more, which is very different. The ratio of arc AB to arc BC to arc CD to arc AD is 7 to 6 to 2 to 5. Find the measure of angle APB. This angle right here. All right, what in the world are we going to do with this? Well, here's what we do. AB is a 7 to 6 to 2 to 5 ratio. AB to BC to CD to AD. So what we do is we label AB as 7x. We label BC as 6x. We label CD as 2x. And we label AD as 5x. Now, those 4 arcs make up the entire circle. Those 4 arcs have a total measure of 360. So 7x plus 6x plus 2x plus 5x has to equal 180 degrees. 7 plus 6 plus 2 plus 5, that's 20 x's equals 180, which means that each value of x is equal to 9. Not 9, I'm like 90, that seems way too big. Equal to 9. No, is that right? 180 divided? No, what am I doing here? Not 180, some of you are yelling at me at home. 360. You have to make 360 degrees. So 20x equals 360 degrees. And 360 divided by 20 is 18. All right, that makes more sense. All right, see, we all make mistakes. That's why we use pencil. Okay, so the total sum of all of these arcs is 360, not 180. So each value of x is 18. So that tells me 7 times 18. This is a 126 degree arc. 6 times 18, this is a 108 degree arc. 2 times 18, this is a 36 degree arc. And 5 times 18, this is a 90 degree arc. So we are interested in this angle here, which is the same as this angle here. I'm going to call these y and y because I don't want to use x again. So y plus y, the intercepted arcs of those two y angles are 126 and 36. So 2y equals 126 plus 36 equals 162. And 162 divided by 2 is 81. So the measure of angle APB equals 81 degrees. All right. So that is lesson 10. All right. How do we do on time here? Oh, not PowerPoint. So a little bit long, 17 minutes. Get rid of this PowerPoint. Sorry about that. So now I would encourage you just to go do the homework now, which is going to actually, the homework itself is going to be a mixed practice of day 7, 8, and 9 and day 10. So it's not just going to be day 10 stuff. It's going to be a mix of other stuff as well. And once again, vertical angles are fair game. Linear pairs are fair game. Triangle angle stuff is all fair game. All right. So if you want to do it today, do it today. If you want to do it tomorrow and turn it in tomorrow, if it's turned in late, I'm not accepting it, okay? Assignments need to be turned in on time, all right? So if you have any questions, send me a message, all right? And I can get back to you to help you out. Thank you and have a great day.